Hey everyone, welcome back to Camp Keyframe. My name is Bas, and in today's video I'm going to show you part 2 of this 4-part series of this isometric cityscape designing in Illustrator. And in today's video, the second part, we're going to illustrate the windows and add some color. So in the first part we have created these basic building blocks, which we can use to create all the buildings with. And right now we're going to add a little bit of detail. We're going to add the colors, because when you look at part 4 here, you can see all of these bright, nice colors. I've gathered them from looking online at different illustrations, different pictures, and just picking some colors that would look good together, in my opinion. So that's why those are no particular colors, just random. So yeah, just pick out some colors. And then here you can see I have created all these windows on this base building here. Different kinds of windows, but just all really easy to create actually. And we have these 2 roofs, which we're going to create also as a bonus in this video. So window creation, roof creation, and adding some color. And that's what we're going to do today. So first off, we're going to create these little windows here. Let's copy and paste them to make it a bit bigger. These things here. And there's a really easy way to do this, and what I'm going to do is open my window and go to actions, and here I have, let's just drag that over here, I have my isometric actions, and I've created a different video a while back. It will be the top link in the description down below, where you can see how I create these actions. And with these actions, isometric right, top and left, you can create a shape and then instantly convert it to an isometric shape. So that's really easy to use, especially for these windows. Because what I'm going to do for creating this window right there is, I'm not even going to work on a grid here. I'm just going to create this rectangle here, square, and give it this color. And I'm going to select this shape and then drag it up while holding Shift and Option to make a copy. While holding Option, make a copy of it. Holding Shift to make it go perfectly straight into a 45-degree angle here, like that. And then I can just scale this down here, like this. Just give this a different color here. And I'm going to make a line right there, give it an outline. Select this shape and this shape, go to your Pathfinder, and then go to this one that says divide, and it will divide it into 2 different shapes. And this one will get the other color here. So now we have this window. Let's group that together. And then if I go to my isometric left action, which I've created myself, go to hit play, boom. There we have your isometric window, just like this. Delete that, and there you have it. So that's really quick and easy. And I'm going to drag that in here. First, let's give this building some color so we have something more nice to work with. Let's just copy, let's say this one here. Delete that shadow for now. Oops, where is it? Delete the shadow, yeah, like that. So let's make this one pink and this hard shadow one purple, and this one a bit more lighter grayish color, like that. Okay, and then we make this left part of this window blue, and the bottom part same as the window. I think this is a different color. It's a bit more yellowish. Yeah, so make that more yellow. Okay, so now we have this, we can delete that. We have this window here. I'm going to zoom in a bit and make this smaller. And we're gonna have, let's say we're going to make 3 windows here. So put the grid back. We're going to put this on against the top line against this grid here. I'm just going to hold Option and drag it over here and just place it on the top line again, and then pressing Command D after that, which will repeat my previous action. So boom, it will make a copy on the exact same line and the exact same space again. So now I have these 3 windows. Let's group them by pressing Command G. And then I'm going to replace them a bit so they're in the middle of this wall here, like that. Nice, and then I can just select this group and drag it down by holding Shift and Option, letting go, and then pressing Command D a couple of times. And then we have these windows. Then I'm going to select all of these groups here. I can just select all of them and deselect this building. Press Command G again. Now this is one big group. And then holding Option and Shift and dragging it to the right here. Right click, go to Transform, reflect, and then okay. So now it's turned to the side, and I'm going to do it like this. So it's a bit more in the middle, and then I'm going to select this whole group and go to my transparency here and put it at 40%. So it's a bit darker. So now we instantly have this more darker side of the building with these windows. So there you have it. That's already a really quick way to create some easy looking 3D isometric windows. So that's basically it for that. We have this other window right here, which is left, that has this curved top here. So the same principle. I'm just going to copy this whole thing then. By the way, let's just put it on the grid then, like that. Just delete these windows, and I'm going to do the same thing as I did before, but creating the window like this. Get your white arrow tool, make the round it off all the way to the middle, give this the correct color here, and then the same thing here. I'm going to drag this up, and what I can also do right now is select both of these and then go to my divide in my pathfinder, so it will cut these lines here where they overlap, and then delete this part with my white arrow, select this part and delete it. Now we have these two parts here, and then I'm going to add a little line here and then select both of these. So let's just be more clear about that. We have this red line which I created, and then we have like this. So we have this red line and we have this shape, and I want this to be cut in half here. So we select this red line and this shape here and go to divide, and now we have these two different parts. So that's how that works. Okay, now we have this, and maybe this can be a little bit higher. So let's select all these top parts and move it up a little bit so it's a bit more higher window. Select both of them, press Command G, and then my isometric left, boom, play, hap. There you go. Easy does it. And maybe make these windows even a bit larger. So I'll select these bottom ones again and then make it a bit longer window, like that. Oh, I'm going to place that up here. Maybe have a bit more of these on one level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4 is good. Press Command G to group them. Place it, maybe make them a little bit bigger. You can just play around with it, see what looks nice. And this is not like an exact science. You need to look what kind of look you would like. I just like that these windows are 4 next to each other and these are 3. Just a different look. Just do the same thing here, copy them down while holding Option and Shift and dragging it down and letting it go, and then pressing Command D a couple of times. Command D, Command D, Command D to repeat your last action. Select all of these windows and deselect your building because I only want this window selected. Press Command G to make it a group. Holding Option and Shift and dragging it to the right, to make another copy of this. Right click it, transform, reflect, okay, and then place it in the middle here, make it 40%. Boom, there you go. That's the same thing as we did before, but now with different windows. And let's just create a new building here. And what do we have more? We have these, well, as you can see that these windows here are just the same as these ones, just a bit higher and put together a bit more. And these are just wider versions of this one. So this is really easy. We just copy this, just go into this group and copy and into that group. Copy one, Command C, Command V here. And I'm going to place that over there. Yeah, let's put this on the grid though. It's a bit easier. Right there. Select, just go in and select all these last shapes. I'm going to drag them over here to this grid. Oops, that's not correct. Oh, I see what happened there. We need to put this point over there. And then create a new extra point here. So we can, yeah, so now if I go in, I can just drag these points so it will be aligned properly. Okay, go over here then. Oh, and I need to put this on top here. I did that by pressing Command, Shift, and bracket, or you can also go to right click, arrange, bring to front, like that. And now I can just drag this down, press Command D a couple times. These are quite big, these windows. I think I want them to be a little smaller. How are they up here? Yeah, they were a little wider as well. So I'm just going to make them like this, and then drag them out while holding Shift, of course, always. Yeah, and then I want this to be a bit less high, so just select these points and just move them up a little bit. And then again, Command D all the way. Select them all, not the building. Command G to group them. Right click. And 40%. Nice, yeah. And the basic, the same thing, I don't have to explain it to you, of course, is with these. I'm just going to explain that in a way, but really quickly then. Let's just delete this one. If I have these windows here, this whole group, select my white arrow, just put on off the grid, my white arrow, and select all these right parts here, and then zoom in. I'm going to drag them over here on the same line, like that, and then select all of them by pressing Command A, turning on the grid again, just to see where it's happening. Okay, yeah, and I'm going to drag that over here on this same line. Boom, there we go. Select all of them and then place them to the right a little bit more. So now we have these double windows here, and you can group them together. Let's just do it. Why not? 40%. Hey, there you go. So now we have these buildings and another one. Yeah, these larger windows, but I'm not going to explain that. That's just really easy. Just going into this and selecting these. Boom, boom, and we're done. So that's really easy to create all of these different kinds of windows. And you can, of course, play with these because let's say, if you can see on part 4 in this building, where I note this one, you can see that we have this different kinds of windows here, but it's actually not different. It's just this window, but longer, and then placed directly under each other. So you get this different kind of look of an apartment building or something. So for that, we'll just go to this side here. And just delete, wait, I'm going to delete all of these. And this one as well, like that. We only have this window left. So I'm going to select all of these and then make it a bit longer, like that. And I can just drag this window down here, like that. And then press Command D a couple of times to make it. And I'm going to make it a bit bigger here because I wanted to scale it down a bit as well. So scale that down to make it a bit smaller. Group that by pressing Command G. Going back to the grid again to make it align to the top here. And then, oops, I did that wrong here. Select all of this and then go to here. And then holding Option and drag that to the right. Do that 4 times or something. And yeah, there you go. There you have it. There you have these different kinds of windows. So you can just, the main thing that I'm doing right here is creating assets and repurposing them, reimagining them, re-editing them, doing everything with them. So it gets more random and it gets more different, but it's all from the basic same shape. So I don't know how long we've been recording right now. I think a minute or 10 or something, 10 minutes, and we've already created all these different windows and these colors. And these colors, yeah, it's like there's really nothing much to them. I've created some rules with my design here. My rules are that all of my windows are the same color, kind of light greenish. All my my roofs are this kind of grayish, yellowish color, and all of my window sides are blue, except for when the building is blue, then the sides are orange, and all of the right sides of the buildings are all this dark purple color. So we have the sun kind of hitting it from this side here. So those are the kind of the rules that I created. And then I have my green, yellow, green, orange, and pink for my buildings, and some of them are blue. But never I use purple on another side, only on the right side. So those are the kind of rules that I've created for myself. So that makes it really easy just to create different colored buildings here, like this. Yeah, give that purple, pink. So then now we already have these different colors. There are no, and if I would have to make one of these buildings blue, like this, then those blue parts would fall off. So I'll just go double click on this group here. Then I'm going to go to my magic wand tool here and double click on it and go to the fill color. Set the tolerance at 1 because I only want this blue color here. Select on one of these blue colors. And then while you're in this group, of course, now I have all these little blue shapes selected. And I'm going to make them orange. So select the fill shape, go to your eyedropper tool right there, go to orange, and boom, there you have it. Then they're all turned orange. Now if I did it with the other ones as well on the other side, yeah, same thing here. Select this one, and then orange, please. Oops, zoom in a bit. Orange. Yeah, so that's a really quick and easy way to create different colors then. Now we're going to add a bit more of detail by creating these roofs here. As you can see, we have these roofs that are going a bit into the building. Some are bigger, some are smaller. So that to create a bit more depth and create a bit more interesting stuff, and not only these flat roofs. So I'm going to put that there. And it's really easy. I'm just going to copy this shape by if I press Command or I press the white arrow, the A tool on your keyboard, Command C and then Command F. It copies that only that roof on top of here, like that. And then I'm going to place it one up, one more. Going to create this little wall around it. Make that orange. Okay, and make this one purple then. We have this one. Then I'm going to select this top layer here. And I'm pressing Command C, Command F to paste it in place. So now there's an exact copy right on top of it. I'm going to scale that down to this shape here, to it's one block smaller. Let's make this white for now. And then I'm going to just create the inside shape here like this. And that will be, of course, purple. And this will be the orange side. I'm going to select this and this here. Select these three together, make them group by Command G to group them. So now we have our top part here, but it's a bit too big for my taste. So we can just select this one and then holding Option and Shift and dragging it out to make this a bit smaller. So now we have a smaller kind of border around it. If I want to make this a bit higher, so it's or maybe less high actually, just double click it, go into it, and I'm going to select select my white part here and press Command 2 to lock it for now, so I cannot move it. I'm going to select these two anchor points here from both of these shapes, and this one, and I'm just going to put them up with the shift key and the arrow up key, or only the arrow up key for smaller increments. And then I'm going to fix this, so I'm going to select my white arrow and then select this point, and I can just drag it to this line here and just make sure that it stays in line here with this long line. So it snaps to it when you have your smart guides turned on. It snaps to that, and the smart guides, by the way, are with View Smart Guides to turn it on. So we have all these anchor, these orange lines or these pink lines everywhere to align everything up nicely. So this is like right there, boom, and there you have it. Then we have this top part here, and I can just group this whole thing together, Command G, and place that on top of my building like that. And then we have this building with a different roof on it, and I just can drag that over here, and I can make this the same color like that. And I can of course do the same thing here again. If I lock this as well, select both of these, place them down a bit, and if I want to change this, nice, like now we have a little bit of a bigger top part. So that's it for this episode. We've created these windows. I've showed you isometric actions, which are really easy. So as I said before, I will link the video in the description down below where you can see how I've created these actions, so you can use them yourself as well. And we've created some colors here and some windows, yeah, I said that, some windows and some roofs as well. Just make this roof the color doesn't need to be white, needs to be the same color as this one, only a little bit darker. So we have a bit more, because if they are the same, they just blend in here. But I don't like it, but if I make it a bit darker, they have a little bit more of a difference between them. And just actually copy that color down here and make that. So we have the color saved here in our little color window. So that's the basics for now. In the next episode, I will show you how to create all of these little elements, these details to add to your buildings to make it a lot more building-like and less simple. And different windows, everything comes together there. As you can see here, by the way, on this we have all these windows as well. We just combined different windows together to create a nice building, because I'm not going to show you that because you can just figure it out on yourself. I just gave you the tools right now to create all these windows and create these buildings and create these colors. And now you can just mix and match however you would like yourself. Or you can just recreate what I did here. But that's the cool thing about the tutorial. You can learn from it and then apply it to your own imagination. In the next video, as I said, details we're going to be adding, creating all these shapes, and then in the fourth video we'll be bringing everything together and adding shadows and a bit more of a cool effect, so to make it a whole nice looking city. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel please if you aren't already, and if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you on the next tutorial on Camp Keyframe. Thank you, bye bye.